Hey, what is up, you guys? It's your boy Rashawn317 coming at you again with another screen recorded video. Alright, so for today, this is going to be the first video that I post up that reimagines and rebrands my entire YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is going to change from Rashawn317, which is my username, to not from novel to noble, or I think it'll just be novel to noble. Haven't decided that I want to put the from in front of novel to noble or from novel to noble. So the reason why I'm saying novel to noble, the reason why it's important is because that's going to be my brand. That's going to be my thing that I coin. So basically, you have people like Kevin Samuels who talks on the higher end, how to go from middle class to, you know what I'm saying, white collar or high value man, someone who makes six figures or more a year. And then you have people like Robert Kiyosaki who tells you how to go from six figures or more a year to basically financially free, you know, to go without needing a job or a paycheck. They both talk on the higher ends where they say you're how to go from middle class to high class, where I'm going to start my channel out at, because I'm a middle class dude. I've been through a lot of shit and I know what it's like to listen to those platforms and be like, well, hey, you know, you talk about how to go from middle class to upper middle class to basically rich and financially free, but you don't really talk too much about the low parts. They never really talk too much about the low parts. And I mean low parts, which is like under 30K a year in like Southern money, like Georgia money, Texas money, you know, all that kind of money, like basically Southern money. So yeah, so that's gonna be my forte. That's what I'm gonna teach. So I'm going right now at this particular point in my life. I am currently 25 years of age. So I'm a middle class man, and I make 40K a year currently. Well, well, after tax, it's like really my spendable money after tax is like shit. They tax the shit out of me. Like well, like 36, 35K. So they take $5,000. That's a lot of money. You split it up in a year. That's like an extra $5,000 a year. That's like an extra $1,000 a month. I need to go back and do the math on that. So yeah, it's like 30, 36 or 37 something. I gotta go to my tax calculator. I'm not a tax professional, so I don't teach like taxes, but I can teach you how to file them though. How to file taxes yourself, amongst many other things and all that stuff. But on the lower level, again, that's my forte. On the lower level, Kevin Samuels, image consultant, teaches you how to look, walk, and talk like a high value person. And once you look, walk, and talk like one, you'll be accepted by the other high value men and women, because he does do it for women too. And once you walk, talk, and act like one, you know, you start to learn how to be one, and then it becomes who you are. So that's what he teaches on. So I'll shout out to Kevin Samuels for doing that. And then you have Robert Kiyosaki, where he teaches you how to understand the. That's a whole nother video. I don't want to talk about those. There's a whole nother video. I got a video that's going to be coming out talking about my top 5 teachers and the 3 things, 3 very important messages that they teach. These are the people that I've learned from. These are the people that taught me how to basically, who taught me the things that I needed to know to go from being homeless and being poor, you know, all the way to basically middle class. So 40K a year in Georgia money is actually pretty middle class. That's an average man. So for anybody that's living below average, whether you're just a kid starting out, whether you're just a runaway kid, whether you're a teenager, or you're an actual bum living under a bridge, or if you ever get in a situation to where you have no home, or you're just a middle class guy looking to be on the, if you just basically, if you're living with your parents and you want to get out your parents' house and you need somebody to deal with you on the low end, because at this particular point in time, this is what I've accomplished myself, and these are the things that I know to be true. So I'm going to teach what I know to be true, not theories and all this stuff. I may talk about it and I'll let you guys know that it's theoretical and what they're saying, but that's not going to be my forte until I'm actually living it. So that's the thing. You got to listen to people who's living it, who's actually doing it if you want to be more like that. Success begets success. You can't go listen to a failure and think he's going to tell you how to be a millionaire, because if the failure could be a millionaire, he he better very well, take that success over unsuccess. So actually that's what I teach. That's what this channel is going to be about, and that's why I believe I'm qualified to teach this stuff. So I'm going to take the next, so I'm actually ahead of schedule here because I got my notes right here. So if you ever keep seeing me flashing over to the side, if you're looking at the video, I got my notes. This is my phone screen right here. This is my camera right here. Right, there we go. So when I look at it, I'm looking at my camera. If I have a serious message or something, or I might flash over or whatever. And then this is my screen right here, and all this stuff. So I'm going to go down. And this is my laptop, because my phone is mounted on the top of my laptop, and right here is my notes. So when I'm looking here, I'm looking at my notes more than anything. Okay, so now that so what are some things right here my notes are saying? So this first video is going to be season 1, episode 1 of the From Novel to Noble series. So this video is supposed to be 15 minutes long. I'm about 7 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and basically do some filler, try to reach this 15-minute part. I'm going to go ahead and fill you guys in on who the hell I am, because I don't believe I really divulged that information yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do who I am and my background, and I've already told you why I think I'm qualified to teach this. Not to go into that. So it says here my name. I'm going to give you guys my first name. It's Rashawn. So that's my actual real name, Rashawn. And then date of birth, August 16th, 1997. At the time of this recording, I am 25 years of age. Although it feels like I've been through 50 years worth of shit. A lot of older people would consider, me, anybody that's got a little sophistication about them would consider me an old soul, because I've been through so much, at such a young age. Even though 25 may you'd be like, nah, that's not young. 25, that's young. That's a young man. Like if I was to die today, they'll be like, oh my God, he was so young, whatever. That make no sense. He died at 25, so it's still young. It's not like, like 50, that's pretty much, that's like the end of middle, that's the end of middle age. That's more like all the other stuff. So my life experience. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the life experience. So I grew up in, first I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. I was a Grady baby. So I grew up in a single parent household with my mother. That's most people these days. So single parent household with my mother, and then whoever my mother hooked up with, that's who I got to know as my step dad. I do know my real father. I do know my real father, and I have spent time with my real father. So I would say I'm blessed in that sense, because I get to see both sides of the story. I get to see both sides of the story. Although my father loves me like a father would, he does not have the finances to love me like a father would. So he loves me. It's worth a lot, to have that love, to know you got somebody that loves you and is proud of you. But if the money's not there, that's an important thing too. Gotta money, like, hey, I need this, I need that. So he was broke, basically, and he basically bounced from spot to spot, woman to woman, and he tried to, you know, basically do what he can to survive there. And due to his upbringing and the way he is, it's not, at this point in my life, there's not really much I can go to him for knowledge wise, because he doesn't have the, not to say he's a dumb dude. Obviously, what, something that I would like to know from him is, dude, how the hell do you keep finding all these women and getting all this sex and shit? So it's like, because he gets a lot of sex. He's always got a woman. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's always gets some booty. So I like to know why. I want to know how can you be. I want to know how can you be broke, and you know what I'm saying, still be able to go around and bang women broke. And I've learned through studying and stuff like that, but I want to know how to master it and all that stuff. I've learned how he was able to do it, and I'm going to show you guys what sector and all that stuff, what skill sets you're going to need to be able to do that. But not saying I want to be like him. I'm just curious because I wanted to know how he did it, because I'm not trying to have a whole bunch of children and can't afford them, basically, because that's tough, especially everybody talk shit about your dad. He's a deadbeat, he's this, that, or the third, blah, 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 blah. My mother, she kept me, she brought me around all these different dudes. They're all stories within each other and all that stuff. And my grandmothers they loved me, but they were crazy as hell, and they were what I would consider undesirable women. Undesirable women are the ones, are the women that basically grow up and be like, I want a man, but they don't have the qualities to keep a man, and then it gets so bad to where it's like, you don't even have the qualities to attract a man. You're like in no man's land, like Kevin Samuel would say, to where you have to buy a cat or a dog and die alone or whatever. And it's sad to be able to grow up around that, because you see all the crazy, unattractive things that they do and the way they treat men and all this stuff. And then they have real high standards on top of that. And a lot of these women out here are very aggressive towards, other black men and so on and so forth. No respect, just treat you crazy towards, like, man, I don't want to deal with that. But they're my family though, so I had to deal with that. And there is love in there, and there is care, and they did take care of me and so on and so forth. But that's not where I want to be, and I definitely don't see myself dating someone like them. It's a lot of stories, and I'm trying. It's not going to fit in the next 2 minutes, because I said I wanted to make this video 15 minutes long. It's a little too long. So my grandmother, I was bouncing back and forth from my mother and my grandmother's. One of my grandmothers died I want to say about 3 years ago. I believe she's been dead for 3 years. That was a life-changing moment, because that was the first time I ever lost someone who I known, all my life. And that was the first time, I felt like I had to be independent and had to really learn how to be a man, because these people weren't going to always be around, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they was putting my ass out every now and again, because I kept standing up for myself, because I'm like, hey, I'm becoming a man now. I get it, I was a kid, but I have my own identity. I have my own self-respect, and I have my own, big thing. I have my own dignity. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to be talking to me crazy and calling me all types of things. I don't care if I am your grandson or I'm some random dude on the street. People tired of people talking to them crazy, man. So I stood up for myself. You can tell me to do stuff and I'll do it, but don't talk to me crazy, But when you talk to me crazy, I got to stand up, and then, of course, I get put the fuck out. So that's how I learned survival skills on how to survive in Georgia. In nature. Georgia has a lot of woods and creeks and stuff like that. I know it's not like that everywhere. And you might not be near like a creek or anything like that. So, or the woods or whatever. So you might not know how to do that hardcore survival things. If you are, I got a series where I can teach that, how to survive out there. You know what I'm saying? Being put the fuck out for, however long, if you get, if you want to, whether it be a couple days or a couple weeks, say you're out there. And then I know how to be a city, how to survive in the city where you're in if you're in a concrete jungle and there's not much woodlands nearby, if any, if it's just all concrete, like you're in a concrete jungle, like New York City or something like that, I can teach you how to survive in the city without begging, without stinking like a bum. You know what I'm saying? Even though just because you are a bum and you are homeless don't mean that you need to smell that way and you need to look that way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I believe these skills are very, very important to people who find themselves in this situation. So, yeah. So, I was getting kicked in and out by both my grandmas and shit, and going out. I done ran away from home before. I done did all type of shit, and had some situations. Sometimes I had to survive out there, and sometimes I didn't have to survive out there until I got older. And when I got older, around like 16, 17, that's when I was out there for real. I was homeless for real, and I had to learn these skills and how to go out there and do that. So I hope you find this useful for you. I look forward to doing this series with you guys, and I really, 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 really hope you guys take the knowledge and find it useful. I really want to grow this platform. I want to be able to add more things and do all this, and it's not just me talking just plainly. Maybe, I don't know. I know people need to be entertained. I don't know, we can get some call-ins going. We can grow this channel. We can do a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But first, I just need your support, man. Like, everything needs support. If you want more flair. You guys tell me what you guys want. Did you watch the 17 minutes, or did you just skip through? What were some things that you felt was boring? Did you feel like what I have to say was relevant at all? Did you feel like, you can basically just give me a review, man. Put it in the comments, both negative and positive. Don't be on no trolling shit, but, negative and positive feedback. I'm gonna be doing, let's say about one video a week, maybe. Or maybe once a day. That's too quick. Might have to do it. Might do once every 3 days video. That's too much time being taken out of my day if people don't like it. I think I'll just do once a week. So once a week, you know what? How about this? I work at Captain D's. I'm an assistant general manager at Captain D's. I work 50 hours a week, minimum. So I tell you what, I get between 1 to 2 off days a week. One to 2 off days. So let's say every off day I do a video. Every off day I do a YouTube video. So and I also got a book and all this stuff on how to grow a YouTube channel and how to do all this stuff. So I'm doing a lot of research. I have a lot of stuff, man. I got all the way to season 4 planned out. So this is season 1.0, and there's going to be at least bare minimum, there's going to be 5 videos per season. So this is season 1.0, which is introduction, who I am and my background, and then this is going to be next episode is going to be season 1.1, which is supposed to be on an average of 20 minutes. Tools and symbols I will use to teach from this point on. Basically, the tools and symbols was basically the key stacks. I'll go ahead and give you guys a little peer in. If you guys watched all the way to this, I'll go ahead and talk about next episode. So so next episode, or next time on Dragon Ball Super, or next episode. I just thought about some friends of mine. They goofy as shit. Goofy. Real goofy. Next episode, we're going to be talking about speech. Speech, charisma, and conspicuousness. Those are the 3 key stats I think everyone needs to know. I'll go in details about it later on. But apparently I've been going, I said the video was supposed to be 15 minutes long. It's 20 minutes long. So I'm 5 minutes past schedule. But yeah, that's going to be my next episode, my next video. Charisma, toughness, and conspicuousness. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I want to be more entertaining and more all this, but I also want the information to get out. So I covered everything really that I think that I wanted to cover for this video. All right, who I am and my background, name, date of birth, life experience, why I'm qualified to teach this. Just that and the third. So novel and noble. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I was down and I became a better me. My list of problems, kid you not, was longer than a sweater sleeve. Now I'm a boss, something they was thinking I would never be. Catch a flight and go to places I thought I would never see. My vision clear just like my future. Flex like I got super strength. Thought I always knew the way till I thought